What's up everybody and welcome back to another video on what if Hawk stayed in Cobra Kai. So let's hop right into it. It starts with Hawk. And it's one day before the All Valley begins. And it's prom. So Hawk realizes that if Moon doesn't get back with him, which he thinks he isn't because of what he did to Dimitri, Hawk would start hating on Moon a little. But he'd keep it to himself. Hawk decides he's got something better in mind. And someone better in mind. Hawk would ask Tori out to prom and she'd agree. Terry Silver would walk up and say, "It's a great idea. Well, I'll get my driver to pick you guys up in my car and I got some outfits for you guys. So, whatever time you guys would like." So Hawk and Tori would go to prom together. And Hawk would see Dimitri and Yasmin there, and he'd be kind of happy for Dimitri as he's finally got the girl of his dreams. But he still hates him, but he's kind of happy for him, I guess. And Hawk and Tori would get into a fight with Sam and Miguel, and this fight would end with Hawk and Tori winning, but they sort of don't win at the same time. The second after they win the fight, Dimitri throws Hawk to the ground. Devin would start fighting Tori. But before Hawk can do anything to Dimitri, Miguel comes out of the water and starts helping Dimitri fight Hawk. Chris also starts helping Dimitri and Miguel, and so would Mitch. And while Hawk is fighting all four of them off, Brooks would come in from the back and throw Hawk on the ground. And in revenge, Miguel would shave off Hawk's hair. And this would lead into Miyagi-Do winning the fight at prom. The next day, the All Valley starts. And with Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang still being one team together, they would start dominating in the skills competition. But again, as the skills competition would still go on, it would start getting better and better. But this is why Miyagi-Do doesn't get first in the rankings. Because Hawk isn't there, nobody can jump as high as him. I don't think Miguel in season 4 could have even jumped that high as he just got out of a coma. And I don't think he could have jumped that high. So Miyagi-Do would embarrass themselves here and they'd get second place in the skills competition with Cobra Kai at number 1. Miguel would win one of the qualifying rounds. Dimitri would also qualify. In anger, Hawk would give his opponent a brutal beatdown and nearly would get disqualified for it. But Hawk would win. And Rickenberger would also beat Bert, which leads him into qualifying. Robbie would also qualify. Kenny would also qualify. Mitch and also Chris would get eliminated in this round. Kyler would also beat Brooks in a close match in 3-2. And Nate would also be eliminated. And Tori and also Devin and also Piper and also Sam would all qualify for the women's championship matches. Miguel would have to fight Rickenberger, and Miguel would beat Rickenberger in a 3-1 match. And Tori and Devin would also fight. It wouldn't be much of a challenge for Tori as Devin's only been training for a short amount of time. So Tori would beat Devin in this universe like she did in the original. Next match is Robbie against Kenny. And Kenny would score 2 points on Robbie when he's not trying. Chris looks at Robbie and tells him, "Finish him." And from that point on, Robbie would start not even trying, basically, and he would start demolishing Kenny. And eventually, Robbie's just done with this, and he back kicks Kenny in the face and gets the win. Next match is Dimitri versus Kyler. And this match would actually be a pretty good one and a decent long amount of time. And in a close match with 3-2, Dimitri would win. Hawk would beat a random opponent in Chopanga Karate, maybe, I guess. And Piper would also lose to Sam in a 3-1 match, just like in the original. Nothing would change from there, I feel. The next match is Hawk versus Miguel. The second the match starts, Miguel would go in for a punch, but Hawk dodges. Hawk tries to punch Miguel a few times, but Miguel would block because of his Miyagi-Do skills that Daniel taught him. And Miguel would keep on blocking Hawk's attacks. But then Hawk gets on the defensive side and starts blocking Miguel's hits and dodging them. But Miguel would kick Hawk to the ground. But he would block the kick, but because of the damage of the kick, he would still fall to the ground. And while he's getting up, Miguel would go for a tornado kick, but Hawk would block. And Miguel tries scaring Hawk. Hawk kicks Miguel in the face. And later on in the fight, the score would be 2-2, but Hawk drops Miguel on the ground, and then he'd punch his stomach, making Hawk get the win. Tori would beat Sam in the girls' finals. But anyways, guys, that'll be it for today, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye-bye!